Morning, guys. It's Tuesday morning. No, it's not. It's Wednesday morning, 4th of March. I'm full of the joys of spring today. The sun's shining. The crocuses are croaking. The daffodils are daffy. And as the poet said, in spring, a young man's fancy turns to Cheltenham. That's the only thing. So did post on the forum that I was going to put some tips up and do a video. Well, I got up this morning. Clint's buggered me by uh, putting up a new module for HR back to lay. So you might like to look at that. It's only 10 quid for only works for the 4 days of the Cheltenham Festival. But let's face it, most of us lose £10 a day quite happily. So might be worth a look at that. I've certainly got my copy. I'll show you. I'm just waiting for. It's a great pity they don't do it, so that we can do anti-post. But never mind. Okay, so I've had you just buy it. Cheltenham Festival system. Load it, etc., etc. I'm not going to show you anything else. But that's there, 10 quid, or just under 10 quid. We do that on the first race. Bet365 will probably be giving you a £10 money back on the first race. So get it, stick it on there. If it wins, you're in profit for the whole week, then, aren't you? Okay, so I did say I would do a video looking at HRBT initials. So I found a way. Well, I think I have. So what you do is you download the sheet. This is today's sheet. Southall Cat Rig Naz. And why do I prefer greyhounds to horses? Well, it's obvious. There's not many fucking races you can have a go at. Look, you go down, right, data quality. There isn't any. They're all maidens. You get a typical day of let's say jump racing. You've got a maiden, a novice, juvenile hurdle, a beginner's chase, a bumper at the end, and then you've got 2 races that you can actually have a pop at, 2 handicaps. Apart from that, so you haven't really got much. You go for the greyhounds. Greyhounds are far better. But I know 1 or 2 of you like the horses. So I thought I'd do this. So what we do is we do 2 sorts. I've actually done the sorts. Okay, we go all the way over here. I'm going to show you how you can delete all that shit in the middle. And we go all the way over here. And we're going to do here. We're just going to sort Z to A. Yep. Okay. And then we're going to go back and we're going to sort on the time. Sort A to Z. Okay, so then we have every race with a score point, wherever it is. Here it is. So this looks quite a decent race. We got a bit of data for it. It's a Southall all weather. Right, so let's have a look. So what I propose is a decent way of doing it. Is just take the top 3 or 4, if you want. Depends how it works out. Let's have a look. Dutch them for about even money if you can. If you have to go less than even money, fine. Okay, so let's go back and have a look. Who are my top 3 or 4? How's the governor? Samra Star, Magdalena. So you go on here. I've got it set up for Dutch. How's the governor? Magdalena. Cool, that's a big price one, isn't it? Samra Star, Minshaw. Samra Star, sticking Minshaw as well. Right, that gives us a 2 to 1, That's paying virtually 2-1 if that comes in. And I also, what I like to do is, because Gordon once said, you don't like a bet unless it's hedged, and I must admit I don't. I like to be able to see if I can cover all angles. And so what I do is we're going to look and see if we can find one that's at a shorter price that's worth laying. Okay, so we're looking at one of these down here. So we got 3.6 on the. So these are the only two columns I'm looking at: score points and HRB. I'm not looking at anything else. You can delete the rest of it. Well, don't delete the horse's name because won't know what the hell you're doing. But let's have a look. We see, no, that's not great, but you've got 5.4 there. So, but this one here, let's look. So look, I'm just going to do that to the line. Not going to keep you long this morning, don't worry. And that's Asian Journey. Now, Asian Journey, time for them have tipped, but we don't particularly like it. We think it's got a chance of not winning. So what I'm going to do is I would actually lay that one. So let's say you've just Dutched these for £1. You've got 2-1. I'm going to lay that one. And as long as Asian Journey doesn't win, I'm 50p up at least. And if As the Governor or one of these outsiders wins, I'm more than that. I'm £2 up. Yeah, that's right. So a bit early in the morning for this. So I like to have a lay bet to cover it. Sometimes you have to go a lot higher. I'd go up to 20 if I really don't think the horse is going to win. I might even go higher. Like you've got. Although on this race, I probably wouldn't, because you haven't got any sort of noughts, ones that have got no bloody hope whatsoever. And even the prices, 40, 48, but we're back in that one. So the lowest one we could go to is Relevant Range, which is 17.5 at the moment. But you have to use a little bit of judgment. I can't tell you the whole, thing. But you can see this one's come, career score 2.4, 2.4, come down a little bit in its form score. That's come down a bit. That's come down a bit. And this is what I use on the greyhounds as well. I use the score points. I've gone back to using the hares running video, the score points, because I think it's better. Okay, so let's just have a look at another race. We've got 1, 2, 3 here. So let's have a butcher's. Level 1402. I haven't looked at this race at all. So let's go back and find out. Right, 1402. No Knee Never, Marry the Night and Create. So that's the 1, 3 and the 9, yeah. So 1, 3 and the 9, go to here. 1, 3, and the 9. Okay, so we've now got shade under even money that's given us, which is fine. Let's see if we can find one to lay. What don't we like? We don't like anything from there down. You got 2, 2, 0. Although 0 sometimes does mean you've got no bloody data. It's a horse that's only had 3 races. Let's have a look at these 3. So who we got? Jamaican Storm, Amelia Joy, Tegsy Lasser. So that's the one that's not had many races. Amelia's Joy. Jamaican Storm, look, see that one's 8. Pop of that. Worst case scenario, we're going to be £8 down, aren't we? Plus this, 117, so yeah, about £8 down. If it wins, we'll be £2 up. So, I'll show you tomorrow. Do you want to see yesterday's results just to show you what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay, let's do that, and then I'm not sure this will work for Cheltenham, but it's worth a try, and it's worth doing every day of the week if you're into the horses. So let's have a look. So obviously there's not an awful lot of data. I've cut everything out. So I've just got Leopardstown, these few bits I don't really want them. Horse's name, score points, don't really want this, and the HRBT GTV rating. So let's have a look. Right, this is not fiddle, this is all done toodly-floodly. So that was a maiden hurdle, wasn't it, I think? We've got, so we'd have Dutch Diamond Cow, Euro Agent General Risk. Okay, so, there's 2 whopping great prices there. You might decide, I'm not going to do them, I'm just going to do the top one there. The favourite there was Jet to Monte Carlo. That got beat. But that one was a winner. So I've got a good one in a minute because I got the forecast up. So here we got Big Storm Brewing at Newcastle. That won 4.88, 7-6, 14-6. It's not bad. We got 2 here at Leopardstown. We didn't have any data. We didn't have any data for this one, but still did it. We got 2 places. I don't know whether you Dutch in the place. The winner was the short price favourite down here, so don't know whether I can class that one as a win, but as a small profit if you did it on the places each way. I don't know. But anyway, look, let's just won't pat myself on the back. Here we got this one Hawk's Eye View at 4. Then we had a couple of places as well. This one we just got 1 place here, which probably wasn't a price that you want to take. But you can see again, there's not much bloody data at Leopardstown. This was the real good race. Gives us Sandylam, Silver Hill, and Humble Jumble. And Humble Jumble was a big price, 31. I don't know what the trio class package there. So it must have been reasonably good with the 31 price. Silver Hill was the odds-on favourite, but we got the winner, place. Let's go to the next race, Leopardstown. Again, not a great deal of data, but we got one that stands out, 5. That won at 8.42. Yeah, that one didn't win at all. That one at 7.2. Raffles Dolce Vita. That one at 4.25. Jamie's Con. That one got stuffed. Well, not really stuffed actually. It is in the top 3. She's got a non-runner there. It's in the top 3. That one was terrible. Look at it, right at the bottom. Oh, that's a bumper. Right, that's a bumper. I never betting bumpers. Never betting bumpers and never betting handicaps on the dogs. Those were my 2 dead unbreakable rules. So then we came down to Leopardstown. That was a pretty low one. But again, you haven't got much data. It's up to you whether you want to play it. I think we've had a few winners, haven't we? Elu That's a bumper. That's an Irish bumper. That definitely never do an Irish bumper. This one is Wolverhampton's. That was a non-runner, so would have had the top three there, but then that's odds on. So Boson, that one at 9-1. That one at 2.47. That was in the top three. That's in the top three. And that's nowhere. So you can see it's not bad results really, to be totally honest. So all you do, download your sheet, which I've done here. Wind it back up to the top. Okay, so you just sort on score A to Z. Sorry, Z to A. That's Z to A. Sort on time, that's A to Z. That's the top three if they're all Dutch. If they won't, you've got to think about it, you know. But, you know, to be honest, it's probably given me more correct results than I would get if I used any other method. So, you know, it's not bad. And then compare it with this, make sure that you up high because, you know, they're all pretty decent. So give it a go today. Give it a go for the next few days. Give it a go over Cheltenham next week. And good luck with that. Think about spending a tenner on that HR back delay. New module for Cheltenham. If it gets nothing, they reckon it's made £1,000 to a £10 stake each year since 22. So that's 4 years. If you get anywhere near that, if you don't get a winner, you've lost £10 for that, yeah, which is, let's face it, not an awful lot. So think about getting that. Give Clint an email and say, I want it, and go and get that. Apart from that, that's it. I probably won't see. I'm not going to see you until after Christmas. After Cheltenham. Might be even longer. Good luck with Cheltenham. Hope you make a few quid. If you do, don't tell anybody how you did it. Okay, that's it.